Good evening, everyone, and welcome to VRML Season 7. I'm Jeepgirlz. With me in the caster's booth tonight, I have Pinched-Nerve, and of course, in production, we have Wonder T-Man. We are ready to jump right in with this first match of 3 for the night, Unseen versus Blackout. What can you tell us about these teams, Pinched-Nerve?
Well, I can tell you, Unseen, hey, don't let that Bronze Star fool you. This is a newly formed team, but they're 3-0 already this season. Blackout, also a new team, but they've gone 2-1, so I expect a competitive game here. Unseen on orange is Mob Guy, Almighty, Dr. Pengu, and Typical. On Blackout, for the blue side, we have, we're just going to call them Boo, King Trip, Little Duck, and a substitute, Sea Shocker.
Yep, and this is going to be a match that we'll be enjoying in just a second. They're still working out some details, it looks like, as they're switching sides, but they are right back, and hopefully we'll be ready to up in just a second. Hello, Glass Dash there in the Twitch chat. You guys in the Twitch chat, thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you get those predictions in. You have just about 30 seconds left to do so, and we know you want to earn more points, so you can cast my match, redeem those. We are ready to go as both teams have readied up. Pinched-Nerve, take us in.
I will certainly do so. We're going to have a neutral joust in just a couple seconds. And out of the tubes they come. That disc is going to be first. Grabbed by Blackout, slapped clear into the orange bubble. And there are the stacks. They have it. They're going to be passing all the way over to King Crip. King Crip's going to pass over to Boo, who takes the shot. And Blackout has the first 2 points of the game.
Well, that didn't take very long for them to get up on the board, did it?
Nope.
You think we're going to see a lot of that tonight?
I certainly hope so. I love exciting action.
Me too. Ready to go right now. Unseen coming out with the joust advantage is going to be grabbed by Mob Guy. Mob Guy going to quickly send that one down, trying to get it through the tunnel, not quite going to make it, and it's back up in the upper trench. They're going to have to run that one down, and it is picked up by Almighty, who is trying to get away from the Blackout crew. Moving in, Mob Guy going to grab it and send it right back down there to the double diamond. Oh my goodness, the change of possession picked up by Boo, and Little Duck going to send that disc right down into the bubble area.
It is. Little Duck's going to reset it. Oh, it's going to be picked off by Dr. Pengu, who sends it out through the mid. And the stacks are forming. Here they come out. It is Unseen. No, it's going to be slapped clear by Blackout. However, who's going to get there first? It is Boo. And Boo's going to send that across into the mid, but the geometry is absolutely getting in the way. All kinds of different ways. It is Little Duck with the disc, going to send it all the way through mid and over into the orange bubble. Wow, and did you see those stacks show up? Unfortunately, they did not get that disc, and Dr. Pengu is able to grab it, clears it out of the bubble. However, it is not out of the zone. It is Boo with that disc once again outside of the bubble, looking for a lane, looking for a shot. It's going to be passed up, but not caught, and out of the bubble it goes.
And that is going to be swooped up by Pingu again, sent right back down through the tunnel into the blue bubble, but the stack is there, ready to go. Boo with that disc, going to send it right back out. Nice stacking and dribbling there to get that disc down out of their end of the arena and into the orange end, as they are going to pick it up. King Crip with the disc now, walking right towards the bubble, going to pass it back. Able to get away from that stack as getting sent out. Shocker going to quickly get it across to Boo. Boo is turning around and moving that one right in to the bubble area, looking for the best play. Going to find it there on the top of the clock with Little Duck, and Little Duck going to slam it for another 2.
And that takes Blackout ahead by 4. But you know what? We have a ton of time still in this game. We have 7.5 minutes still remaining, and it will be an offensive joust by the unseen team. And out of the tubes they come. It is going to be grabbed by Mob Guy, who's going to send it over to the right, grabbed by Almighty. Almighty's going to forward that in a relay across over to Dr. Pengu. Dr. Pengu's going to reset it back in. It is Mob Guy sending it forward again, but picked off by King Crip and sent back, trying through to get to that left tunnel, but not quite. They are able to get it through via Boo, and Boo's going to send it into the tunnel, and there is the blue team there. But the disc is going to bounce right back out. King Crip is going to send it right back in, and it's Boo looking for that shot, but no, off the ding ring. And King Crip once again has that disc outside of the bubble. We're going to bring it back slightly. Going to be reset over to Little Duck, and Little Duck sends it back up to King Crip. King Crip just outside of that bubble, looking for that lane. Oh, that was smooth. Over to Little Duck and dunked right in, and Blackout is now up by 6.
They are up by 6. But that's just 2 really nice 3-point goals. So who knows what we'll see. Twitch chat feels that Blackout has the faster stacks. I would tend to agree with you there for sure. Mob Guy able to get that disc right down all the way into the blue bubble as they do chase it. But everyone's going to overshoot it. Shocker picking that one up and just walking it right back out of the bubble there. Gonna send that one through as the stacks are prepped and ready to go. Boo trying to get to it. Gonna pick it up with no one home, but it's gonna ding off the top of that ring there and be right back out of the bubble. Little Duck picks it up, sending it back down for a reset to Shocker. Shocker gonna just back it away, trying to get away from Dr. Pingu there. Gonna send that disc all the way down, but it's gonna be intercepted by Mob Guy, and back to Shocker again, moving into the bubble. Gonna find teammate Boo on the floor and sinking those points in.
Oh, what do you say to that, Boo Boo? Someone is smarter than the average bear. I won't try to do the voice. I won't inflict that upon y'all. Hey, we're going to have another offensive joust by unseen. We have over 5 minutes remaining. Out of the tubes they come. It is Mob Guy with the disc, going to send it over to the left. And where Typical is waiting, it can go over across to Dr. Pengu. And Almighty is able to grab the disc, and an easy open goal. 3 points. Unseen is on the board.
They are on the board, no longer unseen here in this first round. 4 minutes, 50 seconds left on the clock as Joust Advantage goes over to Blackout. We will see if they are able to respond or if they're going to let Unseen keep creeping ahead. It's going to be grabbed by King Crip, but snatched away by Dr. Pingu. He's got a hand on it now, sends it all the way in off the back wall, but what a save by Boo. Boo is going to send that one down to the floor, hang on to it for a second, and get that clear right through the midfield where Shocker, Little Duck was waiting. Gets that disc all the way down. It's an open goal. Shocker with the disc, going to make it in for the 3.
Wow, Blackout certainly responded quickly to that 3 points with a 3-point shot of their own. However, we still have 4 minutes, over 4 minutes remaining, and an unseen offensive joust. And I do see those Twitch chat comments. Out of the tubes they come. It is grabbed by Mob Guy. Mob Guy's going to send it over to down the middle, it looked like, over to Typical. Tried to send it across, but it's going to get picked off by Boo, and he has teammates waiting for that disc. But none of them are able to grab that disc, and it is Boo once again with the disc and picked off by Unseen and sent back. However, not out of the zone completely. Dr. Pango is able to grab it and send it the rest of the way through that right tunnel. However, look at those stacks coming. Wow, stacks for both teams. And who's going to grab it? It's out of the bubble. It's a free-for-all. No, it's Dr. Pango who's going to walk it into that bubble up high. And Almighty takes the 2 points.
Very nice. Trying to shrink that lead a bit and being successful with that. They are just down here by 6 with 3 minutes left on the clock. Joust advantage is going back over to Blackout now as they come out ready to go. What a turn on that stack. Right, class? Oh my heavens. Very quick. Seashocker now with that disc. Oh, gonna lose possession right there on the nest as they quickly came into that disc, but it's right back out again as King Crip has possession of it, just walking it home. Taking it out for a little pleasure cruise there. Gonna send that one right into the bubble, into the corner, shot, and it is good for Blackout.
Oh, that was very uncomfortable for Unseen. I could almost feel their anguish there. But you know what? That's just the way it goes in Echo. And now we're going to have another offensive joust by that Unseen team. Out of the tubes they come. It is going to be grabbed by Mob Guy. Mob Guy's going to send it over to the left. However, there is not a teammate there. Oh, yes, there is. It is Typical passing it over to Dr. Pango. Going to send it over the way back to Typical. Typical resets it back. Geometry gets in the way, but that's all right. Mob Guy's able to recover back to the Doctor. Doctor's going to juke around that Geometry. Going to pass it over, but intercepted by Boo. And Boo sends it through that mid. And Little Duck is there, sending it the rest of the way almost to the bubble, but not quite. However, Little Duck is able to grab their own disc, and it's over to Seashocker, to King Crip, and off the edge of that goal, and another ding. However, Little Duck is able to get the stacking is really impressive here. It's going to be a pass over, not quite caught. Seashocker is able to grab the disc, sends it directly into the wall. Not sure what that was. See, maybe a lost tracking, maybe. Over to Little Duck. Going to tease around behind that goal, not get it in. And it is Typical. Able to try to clear that out.
It is, and it's right there in the midfield area as they're fighting to get to it. I do want to point out real quick that Lulz has entered the Twitch chat, the one and only fantastic Lulz. We are so happy to hear you, see you there in the Twitch chat. We're glad you're joining us. That disc is right down in the bubble as Boo picks it up. Going to try and get it out, but not quite getting that disc out of the bubble. It's picked up again by Dr. Pango. Pango is moving around, trying to get away from Little Duck, and that's going to force a loss of possession. However, Typical picks it up. What a save by King Crip, sending that disc right out of the bubble. Fantastic grab as Boo and Seashocker are ready to go. That disc is not quite out of the end of the arena there as it's picked up by Typical. They have 40 seconds left to do something magical. Mob Guy with the disc losing possession, though, as the entire Blackout squad drops down there into the trenches area to grab it. Sending that one right back through. It is not out.
It is going to be Dr. Pangu going to send that right back across. They do have a teammate, slaps it into the bubble, and here come the stacks. It's going to be slapped out by Little Duck. And who gets it first? It is Seashocker, the league substitute. Going to send that all the way across and out through that right tunnel, and stacks are there. It is Little Duck sending it in toward the goal, over to King Crip in the goal for a last second 2-point goal. Blackout wins the first round by 10 points.
They certainly do. That was, wow, their stacks are really, really together this evening, which is really nice. And I think that that's really helping them a lot in the speed that they're able to get down the arena. Now, looking at points on the board, we see points for everyone on Blackout. Blackout squad coming in with 4 for everyone except Seashocker, who has that 3. Assist across the board for them. Very impressive. And then, of course, over on Unseen, we've got Almighty with both of those goals and some assists for Pingu there. But that to me is impressive for Blackout, especially since they're using a sub, that they're still able to work with that chemistry and have that nice flow, because sometimes that substitute can really mix things up.
Yeah, absolutely. And what I'm very disappointed seeing here is it's not showing any of the saves. And I know we called out some couple really nice saves on the Blackout side. It's not showing any of that on the stats, which, well, I'm sorry. That's disappointing. I like to see those numbers all get filled in.
Yes. The clock. I know. Somebody pointed out the math time on the overlay. That is really nice to see. Is that Tall Dude? Yes, of course. It's Tall Dude. How are you, my friend? The math clock there on the overlay is fantastic. And It's very lovely. It's helpful too. So yes, Wonder. I agree. Wonder T Man says thanks, friends. Yeah, absolutely. Dude is brilliant, and we are so lucky to have him in the community. So big things in store for him in his future. I foresee that disc is right down into the orange end of the arena as the stacks come in. It's gonna be Sea Shocker picking it up. Shocker holding it, gonna send it across the floor into the hands of King Crip, who is going to send that disc all the way into the bubble as Sea Shocker loses possession to Dr. Pingu. And Pingu sends that disc right back into the orange end.
Who is there? It is Boo. Going to send it right back out of the blue bubble. And who is going to grab this disc? Wow, those stacks for Blackout are really very impressive. It's going to be cleared out over into the orange bubble. And there is Little Duck right there looking for that shot. Team is there, not able to slap it in either. It floats right back out. It's going to be Sea Shocker floating after that disc, hoping to get there in time. Is able to grab it. Dr. Pengu's right there, however, and slaps it away. But Sea Shocker takes it. Oh, it's back to Pengu. And all the way back into the blue bubble. However, it's going to be grabbed by King Crip for Blackout, who gets that disc right back out in that upper trap area. No, it's Booze and Sea Shocker stacking up, but it's stolen by Mob Guy. We pass over to Dr. Pengu. Dr. Pengu looking for that option. Over to Typical. Typical on the edge of that bubble. Resets it back, but oh, it is not caught. That disc is floating free. It is anyone's disc. Almighty gets stunned out by King Crip, and King Crip has the disc, sending it through that left tunnel into the orange bubble and right back out. But it is Boo right there with the disc. Going to go for that underhand shot, but Typical is able to save the disc, tries to get it out, and successfully does most of the way.
Most of the way, yep. But you know what? It's back in the hands of Boo. Boo gonna send it across to King Crip. Gonna move right in as the disc does not quite connect as Boo was getting stunned out there in the bubble. That disc is going right back in though as King Crip grabs it, sending across the arena to Sea Shocker. Gonna send that one in and out again.
It is. Boo's going to send that across over to Sea Shocker. Outside that bubble, taking their time, it's King Crip who puts it in for the first 2 points of the round. And, you know, Jeep, I'm noticing the time, a lot more time has gone by in this round than in the previous round before that first score. So it appears both teams are certainly slowing things down.
Yeah, by this point in the last game, we already had several goals up on the board. Most of those were on the blackout side, but yeah, definitely slowing things down here in this second round, which is really nice to see. It means that Unseen was able to make some changes to their play style and able to combat some of what Blackout is doing, which is great. They're definitely working a little bit harder here in round two. Maybe we'll get a third. I don't know. That disc was right there into the bubble area, though, as King Crip picks it up. King Crip going to send that one right back through the tunnel and all the way down into the orange zone as Little Duck trying to get to it, not quite going to reach it. Oh, does reach it, gets a hand on it, but it's back out again into the hands of Little Duck for the goal, and Blackout is on the board with 4.
Yeah, and Unseen really needs to pick it up at this point if they want to take this second round and pull it for a third round. You know, you still have 6.5 minutes remaining. There really is tons of time, and we've seen that they can make those threes. But wow, it's things like this. Wow, Sea Shocker just picking off that disc, take that long shot, doesn't quite make it, but you know, comes in for the rebound. And what happened here? It is Typical who is able to grab that disc and sends it right back out of the bubble. Sea Shocker once again has the disc and pass it across to Boo, and in the goal. And Blackout is now up by 6.
They are. They have some unanswered points. So just there we go. We're gonna have a pause there, as my assumption is that's Unseen. Yes. So we at this point in round one, we are 6 minutes in. We're in the exact same spot. Uh, 6 minutes left on the clock, and in that first round, we had Boo, Little Duck, and Little Duck coming in for points, and that was it. So this is very reminiscent of round one. Will they be able to mix things up a bit? I don't know. What do you think?
Well, you know, even if they follow the pattern, they need to do a lot more. They can't lose by 10 points in this second round. That'll be it. So, you know, it is a good time to take the time out. We have 6 minutes remaining, plenty of time on the clock still. If they can just pick up that game, find some strategy, some way to compensate for what Blackout is doing. Maybe steal the disc a bit more often. I'm not sure what exactly would work, but these players are a whole lot better than I am.
Right? I know. And they're having a good time, which is always lovely in Echo Arena, as is the Twitch chat. We see lots of friends stopping in to say hello. The Prums there, and Dash Score, and Dev Kwan. Everybody having a great evening. We are so glad you are here, and we appreciate you supporting the stream. And of course, the players here in Echo Arena. They have unpaused, so that's we're ready to go. We got 6 minutes left on the clock. Jazz advantage is over on the unseen side, and that disc occulizator. Yeah, you're right. That's a very valid point. They could try scoring. That would be helpful, and they're trying. They're trying. Dr. Pingu with that disc in the bubble area. I'm sorry, in the trap area. Gonna send that one through the tunnel, picked up by Boo, and returned right back out all the way across in the hands of Sea Shocker. Sea Shocker getting stunned out as it's picked up by Dr. Penguin and sent right through the midfield, but turned around by Boo once again. I tell you what, Boo is very aggressive in this game tonight. Typical gonna send that disc all the way into the bubble and across again, and it's in the hands of Dr. Penguin. Will they be able to get it in? No, not quite. Nice save and send out by Sea Shocker.
It is going to be sent up and across. It is not a caught pass, and it is going to be grabbed by Blackout. Going to send it back. Oh, but picked off by Mob Guy. And Mob Guy is going to try to get that back into the bubble via Dr. Pengu. Dr. Pengu doing all kinds of dances up on that nest area, but loses the disc, and it's going to get cleared out through that left tunnel. However, we have seen the stacks of this Blackout team, and here they are. It is Boo going for that long three-point shot, making that long three-point shot. And Blackout is up by 9.
Wow, nice goal by Boo. Boo is really putting some points on the board here in this second round for sure, taking that lead on points up to 9, also with assist and saves on the board. So well done. Joust advantage going over to Unseen. Gonna send that disc through is Mob Guy, trying to get it down into the other end of the arena and is successful. However, lots of stunning coming in. King Crip gonna send that disc right back through all the way into the bubble. Thought that one was going in the bottom pocket, but it did not, as it's picked up by Sea Shocker and sent in for the 3.
Wow, Blackout is absolutely harassing the Unseen team. And Mr. Phoenix, I'm going to address your question. What do you think of Echo being deleted? My team Shadow decided to quit and the team was deleted. Here's what I think of it. We have 6 months to make the absolute best of this game that we all love, and we should all embrace that time. Play the games that we love so much. Watch the cast. Be as much as you can be part of this game, just as we're doing now on this cast. It is Sea Shocker resetting it to Little Duck, and Little Duck sending it out through that left mid area. And wow, look at the leeching and the stacking. It is King Crip behind the goal for 2 points, and Blackout is up by 14.
What a goal there. Nice work indeed by the Blackout squad to get that disc all the way down the arena and back into the goal again. A lot of aggressive play, and like we've said a couple times, their stacks are really solid. So I guess Unseen is just having a tough time breaking those up, and the speed is getting them a little bit. But that's going to be Almighty sending that disc all the way down into the bubble end of the arena, but picked up by Sea Shocker again with that stack ready to go. Sending that disc right through and all the way back down, heading towards the goal area. That's picked up and slapped. Oh, what a save by Typical, though. Going to deny that goal and get it right back out and all the way down the arena into the blue bubble again as Boo picks it up, turning it around and sending it back through into the hands of Sea Shocker. Sea Shocker getting stunned out, but getting that disc all the way in and off the back wall. Thought that one was heading in for sure. Going to bounce off the ceiling and picked up by Almighty. Oh, and stolen again by King Crip. King Crip going to send it back to the back wall to Boo, who is going to move that one right through, but not quite get it in the goal.
And it is Sea Shocker getting it outside the bubble, going to pass it across to Boo. Boo going down, looking for that shot, but no, it's slapped out, and Dr. Pango is able to grab it and tries to clear it out, but not quite all the way. It's going to be a race. It's going to be slapped across through that right tunnel. However, there's a little duck sitting right back there waiting. But Sea Shocker is able to grab that disc, sends it across through the left. It's going to be picked up by King Crip before it hits that tunnel. Going to forward it across. Geometry gets in the way. It's going to be a race. It is Sea Shocker looking for that long shot, but oh, off the D-ring. Little Duck is there outside the bubble. Going to give it back to King Crip, and it's going to be jumping back and forth here. It looks like a King Crypt going for that shot, not quite making it in. Boo is chasing that disc and looking for that lane of a pass. It's going to go over to King Crypt. King Crypt once again going into that bubble, takes another shot, but off the ding ring. Hey, they don't even really need to make points here. It is finally cleared out by Dr. Pangu, but not all the way. The geometry gets in the way. It's going to bounce right back in. And I see a lot of stunning and a lot of throwing, but not a whole lot of goals just yet.
You know what? Unseen has really turned up their defense in the last part of this this second round, and they're doing a really good job of getting that disc turned over right there in the bubble and getting it right back out again. However, Sea Shocker moving in with it now, going to send it all the way up into the hands of Little Duck. Little Duck going to send it a wild shot down across the floor and back out, where Sea Shocker going to have to pick it up again, losing possession though to Typical, trying to get that disc right back out, going to pick it up and send it back in again up to teammate King Crypt. King Crypt on the ceiling. Gonna look for the pass across off the ceiling and into the hands of Little Duck. Little Duck stunning and getting stunned, and man, that disc does not want to go in the goal.
It is over to Boo, just outside that bubble. 19 seconds remaining. It is grabbed by Dr. Pangu, who clears it out of the bubble. It's in that left trap area. The stack overshoots. The next stack grabs it. It is Sea Shocker with the disc, sending it across over to King Crypt. 7 seconds remaining. And a dinged shot. A completely missed shot. King Crypt is finally able to put it in the goal to end this match. And Blackout has won the second round.
They certainly did. 0-16 in that round, 5-15 in round one, but great play. And, we saw Unseen turn on that defense there, so we know that they're capable of it, and hopefully we'll see them progress even further in their next game and throughout the season. Right now, we do have 2 more matches to get to, and the next teams are waiting for us, so we're going to bounce for just a second. Don't go far, as it's going to be Shade as they take on High Q, and that is a double Cast My Match redemption. So the best way to get cast is to save those points and redeem them for Cast My Match. It's 15,000 points, and we will do our best to get you as soon as possible. So don't go far. We'll be right back. All right. See, I told you it'd just be a second. Hope you're back from grabbing your drinks and your snacks. We are ready to go here with Shade as they take on High Q. Pinched-Nerve, who we got in the arena?
We have a whole bunch of players in the arena. We actually have 5 players at the moment for Shade. Who is on orange? We have Dune, Provolone. That's the player, not the cheese. Kana K, Dog A, and Legit. I'm not sure which ones are going to be playing. For High Q, we have Ro Jogan. I'm just going to be saying Ro because I'll certainly mess that up. Shiloh, Wand of Sparkling, and Strokey. What interesting names, Jeep.
They are, and we've seen Shiloh actually a lot in Twitch chat lately, hanging out with us. So it's nice to see them in the arena tonight. And your joke about Provolone was a little cheesy. I'm not gonna.
Oh. Ah. Hey, this Shade team, they're kind of a revived team. They took a hiatus in season 6, but this is a platinum team. They've won their first 2 games this season. Haikyuu, they're 2-2 so far this season. They looks like they came around season 5. And something very important about both of these teams. The reason that this game is being casted is not one, but both of these teams have redeemed the Cast My Match. So we are obligated and loving the idea of casting these matches.
We love it when people redeem those points. So by all means, do so. Save them. The more you watch, the more you earn, and the more that the more points you get to use for different things. So I would love personally to see so many Cast My Match redemptions this season, and I just think that would be amazing. It would be so much fun. I think we should keep up with how many we get, so we can make sure that we acknowledge that. Gonna go out with a bang. So we're ready to. Hopefully, we'll be readying up in just a second as we're ready, and it's time to go. So yeah.
So I noticed Dev Quan in the chat saying they had 4 ads. Well, I'm going to tell you the secret of getting rid of the ads. Subscribe to the Twitch channel. If you have Amazon Prime or your folks have Amazon Prime, that's it. You can have a free subscription and you use it for VRML and no more ads. They're gone. And it helps everybody. You get no ads. It helps VRML. It's a win-win. And then you get to watch all these matches without the advertisements, except for us.
Well, yeah. All right, well, we are ready now as we see the rosters that are in the arena. That's going to be a quick header. It appeared by, it's picked up by Haikyuu, who loses possession, and that is back to Shade now. Dune loses possession to Ro, who's going to send it back for a reset there into the bubble. Shiloh going to pick it up. They are stacked up, a triple stack, ready to run. Not quite going to get that opportunity just yet as they are getting stunned out, losing possession. That disc is right back into the blue end. Can't seem to get it through the tunnel. There we go. And it is through the tunnel now as Doggy picks it up and turns it around, sending it right back into the hands of Dune.
But Dune is not able to keep it. It is Ro with that disc, sending it into the bubble, and then slapped in by Wand of Sparkling, waving that magic wand, getting those first 2 points for Haikyuu, with still 9 minutes remaining.
Yes, and okay, so you said Wand of Sparkling, and that's what my brain had been thinking, but it's Wand of Sparking. There's no L. So they are Sparky this evening. All right, well, that disc is right there in Sparky's hands as they're going to send that one right back through into the orange end of the arena. Picked up by Strokey. Strokey going to send it across to Shiloh, and it is good for the points. Haikyuu taking a 4-point lead.
Wow. And quickly, too. I'm sparking. I was giving them an extra syllable. They should be flattered. Especially because I really hate all the syllables while I'm trying to cast them. Hey, out of the tubes, it is Shade. It's going to be grabbed by Provolone. Provolone is looking for that option. Options on both sides. It's over to the right, over to Dune. And Dune's going to send it up and across back to Kana K. Kana K to Doggy. Doggy is getting harassed and loses the disc to Ro Jogan. Going to send it across and back. The stack is there. It is Stokey with that long 3-point shot, and Haikyuu is up by 7.
Definitely. Wow, what a shot. Also, a quick shout out to Lowell Dash for the sub. Thank you so much. And look, it was done with Prime. So there you go. Way to go, Lols, thank you. We appreciate you more than you know. Provolone with that disc now. Gonna send it down in the hands of Kana. Kana gonna send it all the way across the arena to Doggy. Doggy back to Dune. Dune going to send that one across the arena. Not quite gonna connect though, and it's gonna be back in the hands of Provolone. Provolone walks it forward, getting it up to Kana. Kana gonna turn it around and send it across to Dune, who is going to walk that one across, but not quite going to connect that pass, and it is anyone's disc right now. Lots of possession changing, but Wand going to pick it up instead and send it through the tunnel for the send, all the way down into the bubble as they are flying down to retrieve it.
Ooh. Oh, and that disc almost got slapped into the goal by the Shade team. That would have been very unfortunate, but Doggy's able to grab it, sends it for a long shot. Oh, but not. And that disc is floating free over by that right side. One person misses, and it is going to be slapped across by IQ, but it's just outside of that tunnel. It is grabbed by Rowe. Rowe's going to go for that long shot, but a beautiful save by Dune just inside the bubble. And is going to pass it right back out over to Kana K. Kana K over to Provolone, and Provolone's going to send that up. Oh, the geometry gets in the way, and once again, it is anyone's disc. We have a lot of leeching and stunning going on. It is in the bubble. Kana K is able to grab it, send it down over to Provolone. Provolone's going to send it out through that right tunnel, but there is the high Q stack right there on top of it, and going to bring it right back. It's over to Strokey, and Strokey gets intercepted by Provolone. Go ahead.
That stack is there. Dune in the lead with that disc, sending it all the way down into the bubble, and going to be picked up by Strokey and sent right back out through the midfield again as it's going to bounce through the center of the arena. They are battling it out as the stacks are flying in. That disc is going right back down to the blue end now, but no one quite there to get it as stacks are flying. It's going to be Provolone who picks it up, sending it across and back out again, slapped out by Strokey, able to get a hand on that disc, sending it back, but Dune gonna pick it up, sends it across the arena back into the hands of Provolone, gonna invert and send it right back to Dune. Dune is just moving right down, but it's gonna be snatched away by Magic Wand, gonna send it all the way through the tunnel and down into the middle of the orange end.
But here come those stacks. One overshoots. It's going to be picked up by Rose. We'll go for that long shot, but oh, it is just a little too high and going to bounce right back out of the bubble. There are a couple players back there. It is Doggy able to grab it. No, it is Rowe. Rowe is going to send it across, and who's going to grab it? Oh, it is Wand in the orange bubble. Going to reset it back to Shiloh. Shiloh over to Wand, and in the back of the goal for another 2 points. High Q is now up by 9.
They certainly are. We have Oculasator giving pro tips out for free there in the Twitch chat. Love to see it. But, Oculasator, as much as we would all like to think we're as good as you, some of us will never be there. So we do enjoy watching you guys play, though, and we learn something new every time we get to see you play. So thank you guys so much for everything that you have done and everything that you do for this game. It's phenomenal, and it's a good time indeed. That disc was down to the hands of Kana K. Kana can send it across the arena to the hands of Doggy. Doggy moving right in, but it's saved by Shiloh and sent right back out down into the midfield areas. Provolone slaps it back, but back into Jogan's hand and sent back through into the orange end and off the ceiling.
Is Dune able to get to that disc first? Going to clear it out of the bubble over to Kana K. Kana K over to Provolone. And yeah, they have some tongue twister names, and I'm not sure why they're tongue twisters, but they certainly are. Oh, and Shade is able to get into that blue bubble, but not quite in the goal. It's Doggy. Doggy loses it to Shiloh, and Shiloh's going to stack up with Rowe and try to get that disc through that left tunnel. They are able to grab it, even though it didn't go quite the way it was intended, but it's in the orange bubble and picked off once again by Dune. It's going to send it out through that left tunnel. No, not through the left tunnel. It is bouncing on that wall. And boy, those walls and geometry are not doing anyone any favors. It is Doggy going to try to send it through mid. Hey, second try is the charm, and it finally gets out of the mid into the blue zone. However, Strokey is there, is going to reset it back to Shiloh, and Shiloh's going to send it out through that left side. But once again, the walls are just getting in the way. It's going to be slapped forward by Provolone, grabbed by Kana K for that long shot. Oh, and not quite in. Strokey is able to grab the disc, sends it through that right tunnel. Well, maybe not. Going to send it right into the geometry. Strokey is able to recover it once again, and actually does get it through the left tunnel that time.
Yes, indeed. And someone asked what they were watching. This is a game of Echo Arena. I know you know that. 3 minutes, a little under 3 minutes left on the clock as Haikyuu has taken a solid lead here in this first round. And now Shade is Platinum 1 and Haikyuu coming in at Gold. This will definitely be good for Haikyuu if they can manage to pull off this match this evening. So Joust advantage right now, going back to Provolone, gonna grab that disc as gets that one down to Dune. Dune gonna quickly send it down, but it's gonna be intercepted by Roe and sent right back, but it's going back again. Air hockey style, I guess I should say, as that disc is down in the hands of Kana K, gonna cross to Dune. Dune gonna try and get it in, but Shiloh gonna intercept it, grabbing that disc and sending it right back out.
And it's in that right trap area, sent out through the tunnel and back against that backboard and out of the bubble. Wand is there, however, with an open goal and 2 more points. Haikyuu is up by 13 points. So far, Shade has not scored at all.
So far, they have not. I would be really surprised though if that continues for round 2. I have to be honest. I've played with Dune a couple of times and pretty aggressive playstyle. So I'll be interested to see what happens in round 2. B-Love coming into the Twitch. Hello, my friend. How are you? I'm so happy to see you. I've been seeing your name here and there, and you have been sharing some pretty wild stories about days of past in Echo Arena, and I have loved it and have been absorbing every minute that you guys post. So kudos. Strokey gonna come in with another 2-point goal there, stretching that lead to 15. Just a few minutes left on the clock in this first round.
Yeah, we do have 1 minute remaining. And for the folks asking about the VIP reward, I honestly don't know anything about that. I will ask after this evening's casts and, relay your concerns. It is Provolone on the offensive joust. I'm going to walk that disc forward kind of slowly here. I'm going to send it over to the right, over to Kana K. Kana K gets stunned out, but not before getting rid of the disc. Over to Dune. Dune's going to send it back across to Provolone. Provolone with Doggy is going to send it back. It's over to Kana K. Kana K sending it down to Provolone. Provolone looking for that goal, but Shiloh is there once again and rejects the shot. It is Strokey getting it in that mid area. We have 18 seconds remaining. That disc is floating free. No, it is grabbed by Dune. No, and lost. Wand is able to grab it in that lower trench area. Who has it now? It's Wand. That little underhand shot. No, it's a pass to Strokey. A shot, but not quite in. And this round is over. Haikyuu has taken it 15-0.
They have, and I know Jai Guy is the captain. He's in the Twitch chat with us this evening, feeling some sadness that he's not getting to play with this team there, but they seem to be representing very well. So kudos for that. And I also saw them say, how can we still be gold? We're not still gold, or something to that effect. And you know what? If you keep playing at this rate, that's going to change very quickly. It takes a couple of games for all of that stuff to change. And I would love to tell you more, but I know nothing about MMR or any of the way it works or the ranks. We just play, so.
Some of us can't even play right now, but hey, we cast. And that is, to me, just as much fun. And it sounds like one of the teams has just taken an extra pause. And for those that don't know, between 2 rounds, the game normally pauses for 1 minute. Either team can extend that to a total of 5 minutes. So they can extend it for another 4 minutes to make it a total of a 5-minute pause. That's in addition to the 1 5-minute pause that each team gets once per match. And it also gives us the perfect opportunity to call out our sponsors, because without the sponsors, we wouldn't be here. There is HyperX, and they make great gaming gear. Look, even if they didn't sponsor us, they still make great gaming gear. All our sponsors, really. We wouldn't let them be sponsors if they weren't great companies. We have VR Cover. If you play with the headset, you have something from VR Cover. I can't even imagine anyone not having something from VR Cover. Asterion Products. Okay, how many people have destroyed televisions, lamps, or whatever else? I know I have. Asterion Products makes a format that will keep you centered in your play space. It is well worth the money. The cost of replacing a TV is so much more than a simple format.
Agreed.
VR wear. Okay, you want a shirt, you want some cool looking VR clothes, VR wear. And of course, everyone's favorite jerseys, Arma jerseys. You just have to get one. That's just the way it is.
You do, and they're fantastic. And B-Love there talking about the holes in his walls. Yes, I saw those earlier, and somebody said you should just put a frame up around them with a plaque, which is a fantastic idea. I have to be honest. We've lost ceiling fans, a couple of them actually. But yeah, and snow globes and shelves and anything and everything. I almost took out my Christmas tree this year accidentally, and yeah, so you never know. Wonder Tea Man there says, one time I punched my thermonuclear bomb, I couldn't say that word, and caused a disaster. It was a bad day. If only I had an Asterion mat. Dude, it wouldn't have happened. You could have caused another Cold War, and it could have been prevented by the Asterion mat.
Wow. If you only had the mat. Hey, I've actually killed a TV. I'm kind of ashamed to admit it, but I did kill a TV. It was I believe, a 65-inch flat panel,
Oh no.
and yeah, my wife was not very happy with me that day.
I would imagine.
Neither was my son, because that was the TV he always used to play his games on, and I felt obligated to run to the store that night and replace the TV. Um, Let me tell you, a mat would have been a whole lot cheaper.
Yes, it would have. It would have. And of course, we've got broken fingers, and people have. One of my favorite things, and B-Love can attest to this because I know he was there, was at the first Redshift LAN. Somebody threw their controller. We were playing, and they all had play mats, of course, but somebody didn't have any kind of knuckle strap on, and the controller goes flying across the room, and it was like a rocket too. It was wild. So those are, can be prevented with some of the gear that we were talking about. So.
Yeah, it goes flying across, going through all the collywobbles and everything else, and it just causes all kinds of havoc.
It does, absolutely. Havoc to be had. Well, we should be getting right back in pretty quick here, but we, in the meantime, may as well hang out with you guys. Mr. Mars, I killed a $400 TV on video. Oh, no. Oh, my goodness.
It was a live video. People actually saw you did it.
B-Love, that was you that did that at LAN? When your strap, it was your hand. It was you. I knew he was there. I just couldn't remember if it was you or not. And it was you. It was, that was wild. Oh my gosh. LAN. Anyway, if you haven't, and you definitely need to get your tickets for VRML Con coming up June 3rd and the 4th. Thank you for that segue in there. B-Love, you had no idea you were helping me out. Hi, Boo. We see you there in the Twitch chat. You had a fantastic match. Kudos for it. Indeed, it was great. You guys were amazing. We'd rather punch walls, kill a TV, but punching your girlfriend was the worst.
Oh,
well, I would think so. I've hit a dog. I have hit my husband a couple of times as he walks through.
we're talking about VR.
Oh, yes, in VR. My kids, my mom. But yeah, the dogs have gotten hit a couple times, and they like to just sit at your feet while you're playing, and then you step, or you do something, and yeah, you're in trouble. So anyways, Rebecca coming in saying it's not good for the other party involved. No, you're right. Definitely not. Nobody wants to get hit. Nobody wants to be taken out, but that's the cost of VR, I guess. That disc is right there, going to be in the hands of Rojogan, sending that one through the tunnel, but it's going to be picked up indeed by Kana K and sent right back through into the other end as Rojogan picks it up. Going to lose possession, though not quite. There we go. They have a hand on it. They're just getting a lot of heat from Provolone.
Well, hot provolone gets really melty, and it's really good on Italian dishes. But anyway, it's Juan going to send it into the bubble at the shot, but no, it's going to be saved by Provolone. It's going to send it right back out, and it looks like it might make it to the bubble, but no, maybe not. However, the stacks are there, and it is Provolone resending it back to themselves. There's somebody. It is Dune back there. Passes it forward, but bounced off the geometry. Provolone once again is able to grab the disc over to, not sure who, is slapped across. There's stacks all over. There are players all over the place. It is Wand. It is down. It is in that trap area. It's Provolone once again with the disc, looking for a pass, and up to Kana K. Kana K has one person in their way, and pass it over to Dune. Dune over to Doggity, and in the goal. Shade is on the board.
Excellent. Oh boy. All right, so a minute 20 seconds in to get points on the board here in round 2. Also, Tropical Dude said that doesn't use straps when he plays, and he does not use milk in his cereal. Um, that's wild. And are you nuts? That disc is all the way down into the hands of Kana K. Going to return it right back through the trench area there and back up again as it's going to be picked up by Dune. Dune moving right in, getting stunned out and losing possession. Picked up again by Kana. Sent to Doggy. Doggy gonna send it in, but Shiloh making a fantastic save. Gonna send that disc right back out again. It's gonna be slapped through by Rojogan, and they are going to have to stack to get it. It's gonna be Provolone who picks it up, sending it across the arena into the hands of Kana K in the midfield. Kana K gonna walk that one forward, looking for the pass, finds it there with Doggy, and Doggy sticks that one in the goal, and it is good. Shade taking a 2-goal lead.
Well, this is certainly a different team. Wow. Wow, this is great. Hey, we're gonna have an high Q offensive joust. And if you don't use milk in your cereal, do you use provolone? It is Strokey with the disc, sending it across to Shiloh. Shiloh, who has made several very nice saves, dodges the stack, looking for a lane, going to pass it all the way across to Wand of Sparking, but intercepted by Dune, and Dune's going to send it back. But no, Shiloh is there once again, grabbing that disc. Doesn't matter if they're in the goal or not, can grab that disc. Wow, what sticky hands. Over to Strokey. Strokey's going to send it up over to Rowe, but picked off by Doggy and sent out through that right side.
It is going to be right there in the floor as Strokey going to pick it up and sending it through into the hands of Shiloh, I think, or Rojogan. I couldn't tell. As the disc is all the way in, it had to be Shiloh because Shiloh just got points on the board, and that is high Q up for the 3. And, you know, Oculator is now asking B-Love who actually was being aimed for in that, and I would love to hear that answer. Oh, never mind. Aiming to end a relationship at the LAN. I agree. Ak is asking the right questions. B-Love just given the wrong answers. That disc is going to be right there in the hands of Provolone on the joust. Going to hang on to it for a minute as none of the stacks are coming in. They're just kind of hanging there in the midfield. Rowe going to start walking forward. Going to send that one through the tunnel, but it's going to be into the hands of Doggy, who is going to send it across the arena to Dune. Dune walking that one right down, looking for the best pass. Going to find it on the clock, and K going to sink it in for the 2.
Wow, and Shade is now up by 3 points. However, that's only a 1-goal difference. And High Q will have the offensive joust with just under 6 minutes remaining. Out of the tubes they come. That disc is grabbed by Strokey. He's going to send it over to the right, where Wand of Sparking is just waiting, picks up the disc, and is looking for that option. Sends it across to Shiloh. Shiloh sends it back to Wand of Sparking, who bounces it over to Rowe. Rowe back to Wand in the bubble, takes the shot, and Wand of Sparking makes that 2 points. High Q now has 5. They're only down by 1 point.
They are. It's just a 1-point game. Hopefully we'll see that go back and forth. And for the record, B-Love has responded. Oculazator, haha, dude, I have never found the battery cover. The video of that is out there somewhere. And it was so incredibly fast. And then shortly after, Foxy almost real life stunned Sputnik. I don't know if you guys remember that, but he swung and Sputnik was just happened to be walking by at the wrong time, and he almost got clocked in the back of the head with the controller, which was wild. And Sputnik brought him back up on the stack for some big thing that you guys all did, and he put that on to share memories and talk about different LAN events. So that was fun. So wild stuff, good stuff, great memories at LAN. As Rojogan gonna sink that one and taking the lead. High Q in a 1-point lead.
That was a very planned maneuver. Shiloh sending that disc straight down to Rowe, who's able to just pop right up and sink it right in the goal. But now we're going to have an offensive joust by Shade. They're only down by 1. Over 4 minutes remaining. It is Provolone with the disc. Gonna send it over to the right, over to Doggy. Doggy sends it back to Provolone, and Provolone's gonna send it over to the left this time to Dune. Dune taking their time, backing it up, trying to draw, sends that disc all the way back to Provolone. Provolone's going to send it all the way across to Doggy. Doggy sends it across, and it's going to go in the zone. It is Kana K up to Dune. Dune resets it back, but It is a free-floating disc. Nobody's able to catch it. Provolone is able to catch up to it, sends it across, but once again, the geometry is in the way. Provolone has the disc once again on that floor area. It's going to send it across to Kana K. Kana K in the bubble, and oh, it's going to get slapped out of the bubble over into that left trap area. No, in the tunnel, it is picked up and to the goal, not quite in. The shield gets in the way. Kana K is able to grab that disc, sends it through the left tunnel, and once again, the stacks are going to have to form up to catch that disc. Who gets there first? It's going to get slapped down by HiQ, denying Shade an opportunity for that shot. However, they are able. HiQ is able to grab the disc. It is Shiloh sending it to the left and up and out. I'm not sure who has. It is wild. The stunning is incredible.
It is. I also want to real quickly point out that Jai Guy has come in with another Cast My Match redemption right there for 15,000 points, channel points. Dune getting those points on the board, though, for Shade right now. 2.5 minutes left on the clock as they are just down by 1 goal. So there you have it. Also, those of you there that are going to LAN, I will point out, just as B-Love has said, LANs have a red zone. So you should definitely expect trauma, and if you can't stay out of that space, you're going to get clocked. So enter at your own risk. That disc is right back through the midfield, but it's going to be picked up by Provolone. Provolone going to walk that one around, turning it in, and getting that down into the blue end as it gets across to Dune. Dune going to quickly pass, a nice connected pass to Kana K. Kana is going to send it back to Provolone again. Provolone moving right in, but getting stunned out, able to get the disc across the arena, but it's going to be picked up and intercepted by Strokey and sent right back through into the midfield as the stack comes in. The stack is flying. The disc is too. Who's going to pick it up? The stacks from Shade overshoot it, and they don't have a hand on it, but there Kana K does pick it up, sending it all the way into the bubble, off the wall, and it's in the hands of Doggy. Oh, gonna send it back out to Provolone, but oh, they were going for the 3, and it did not work out. They could have taken the 2, and at least had plenty of time to get that other goal up there, but it's back down in the orange bubble, and now HiQ has an open goal, but it's going to be saved by Provolone and sent right back out again.
What an incredible save. It is Doggy sending it out, but not quite all the way. Doggy once ahead and has the disc, sends it down into that floor area, but it is Wand who's able to grab that disc, and Wand of Sparking is going to send it up and across to Ro Jogian. It looks like they're trying to kill the clock here. It is Wand sending it. Well, you're playing in your own bubble, folks, and it's going to get cleared out through the right side, but Provolone once again is there and sends it right back in. We have 45 seconds remaining. Wanda Sparking reset it all the way back, but Doggy is there. Going to bring it right back. It's going to be bouncing around in that mid area. You know, it's only 1 score difference, a 3-point shot, and this will be a tie game. It's going to be cleared out of the blue zone by Wand of Sparking. We're down to 25 seconds. The stacks are coming. It's Shiloh with the disc. Shiloh with the shot. Shiloh with the goal.
Wow, what a shot. Beautifully played. Was able to, I almost felt for a second like there was a little bit of panic as Shiloh released that disc, but it did work out, and coolness prevailed, and they do get the points on the board, and that is going to be the game. Going to HiQ. Fantastic play. And that second round for Shade was so much better than the first round. What do you think they changed? Did you notice anything significantly different?
I honestly didn't. I'm stumbling on my words already. We still have another game to cast.
We do.
I honestly didn't, I didn't quite comprehend, you see things, it's like, okay, HiQ stacks seem to be better in the first round, but I don't feel like Shade's stacks were worse in the first round. So I'm not sure exactly what happened to change the math of how the team's scoring. Sometimes it's just luck.
All right, well, we've got a few minutes, 15 in fact, before the next match. So go grab a drink and do whatever you need to do. Walk the dog, whatever. As we come back, 9:45, Atlanta Aliens taking on Lighthouse. And we will be right here. I am Jeepgirlz. This is Pinched-Nerve, and on Cams is Wonder Team Man, and we will see you in 15.
VRware. Our passion is for the future.
Yes.
Easy going right there. Look at him. One more to go.
VRware. Our passion is for the future.
All right, we are back, and this is going to be one more fantastic match. We've got Lighthouse as they take on the Atlanta Aliens, and it's going to be a fantastic match. I'm Jeepgirlz, and with me here in the caster's booth is still Pinched-Nerve, hanging out with us over on cams, and production is Wonder T-Man. Pinched-Nerve, tell me about these teams.
Absolutely. We have Lighthouse on orange, the great Camden, who I hope you forgive me, Camden. I don't think that you're not great, but that's an awful lot of syllables. We have the undefined newbie. We have Altitude and Solace. On the blue side are the Atlanta Aliens _ Person VR, Tropical Dude, and the Cookie Fox. Hey, Lighthouse started in season 6. So far, they're 2-1. Atlanta Aliens, they've only played one game so far this season. They did win it. They've been around since season 5. This should certainly be an interesting match.
It will be. I've actually had the pleasure of meeting a couple of players from Atlanta Aliens at various LAN events, the Cookie Fox and _ both, and they are fantastic people. Tropical Dude, I have had several conversations with as we kind of live not too far from each other, and we found that out by mistake one day, which was quite comical. But they are ready now for a neutral joust as they gear up here in this first round. Best 2 of 3. And we're ready to go. Pinched-Nerve, take us in.
Out of the tubes they come. It is going to be grabbed by Undefined Newbie for Lighthouse, who's going to send it into the blue bubble where Altitude is waiting. And Altitude, it's stolen away and sent back out, clear out through that right tunnel. And here come the stacks. Everyone has overshot that disc, and it's going to be free in that trap area. The Cookie Fox is able to grab it, gets stunned out by the Undefined Newbie, who takes the disc, sending it right back. Oh, not quite into the blue bubble. Shield gets in the way, and that disc is back out. Who is there first? It is _ for the Atlanta Aliens. Not quite getting it out, and recovered by Solace. Solace is going to float that disc toward the bubble, kind of popping it up with the little slot there. And it's going to be up. It's anyone's disc. Really anyone's disc. It is Undefined Newbie, but stolen away by the Cookie Fox, who sends it through that right tunnel. But there's a player right there waiting. Not able to grab the disc. _ is able to grab it and brings it into the bubble, waiting for their team. And there is Tropical Dude putting it in the back of the goal for the first 2 points of the game.
Well, that took a moment or so there, a little over a minute, in fact, to get on the board for the Aliens. Nicely done. Very good play. A lot of aggression in this game, as we saw so many turnovers back there and a lot of stunning. Lighthouse with the joust advantage right now is great. Camden grabs that disc, gonna send it through. Not quite gonna get it through, but gonna try again. Gets a second chance there and does get it all the way down there. Back down to the hands of Solace. Gonna turn that one around and off the back wall, back out again. Undefined Noob has that disc. Gonna send it across to Altitude. Gonna send it in, and we have a tie with 8 minutes left on the clock.
I keep seeing Altitude's name and wanting to say Attitude. And I wanted to say that shot was with Attitude, but maybe it was just with Altitude. Hey, it is going to be an Atlanta Aliens offensive joust, and out of the tubes, a bad joust. They are going to grab that disc, however, before anyone else does. It's _ with it, but on that slow joust, it always kind of just completely messes up the rollout. It is Tropical Dude sending it all the way into the orange, not quite into the orange bubble, where it was recovered by Lighthouse, and it's going to be sent. Just slapping it back and forth, not quite moving it. Undefined Newbie is able to grab it, send it through that left tunnel. It's going to go all the way into the blue bubble. We have one player there, and here come the stacks. It's going to be a little stunning and grabbing. Undefined Newbie taking the shot, making the shot for 3 points, and Lighthouse is up by 5.
Wow, yes, they are. 7 minutes, 16 seconds left on the clock as Atlanta Aliens are ready to come out with that joust. We will see how they are going to respond. We are so happy to see you guys in the Twitch chat there. Thanks for hanging with us. We are glad you are here. Hope you enjoy this last game of the night. That disc is down in the hands of Tropical Dude. Going to send it across the floor and up the wall. They're going to have to fight to get to it. It's going to be Cookie Fox trying to get a hand on it. Not quite going to happen, though, as Undefined Noob is grabbing that disc. Tropical Dude picks it back up, sending it back for a reset to the midfield. However, they were not there. Undefined Noob gonna send that disc right down, all the way down into the bubble area as it starts to bounce in. Stacks are ready. Altitude picks it up, it across the arena, but it's going to be intercepted by Trop and sent right back down into the midfield.
And it is the great Camden able to send that into the blue bubble. However, Person VR is there. It sends it right back into that mid area on all the way across. It is Undefined Newbie able to grab that disc, sends it back across that top mid area. It's going to bounce around down to that trench area. Who's going to grab that first? It is Tropical Dude sending it right back. It's in that upper trap area, and Solus has the disc. I see in the Twitch chat, somebody's asking if Undefined Noob is a league sub, and I'm going to say I assume so because I do not see them on the roster. Oh, a shot is not in. I'm not sure if that was a save or just bad luck. However, it is going to be bouncing around that bubble area. Altitude has it, but stolen away by Person VR. And for the person asking about the poll, if it is not up, that might be a result of a lack of hydrates. When the casters get very thirsty, we sometimes make mistakes. It is a shot by the Cookie Fox, and Atlanta Aliens has 4.
They do. And I did take a moment to look it up, and yes, Undefined Noob is indeed a sub, a legitimate league sub, so no worries there. As the Joust advantage is back in the hands of Lighthouse, they are just up by 1 goal. Great Camden gonna grab that disc, sends it down to the hands of Undefined Noob. Gonna cross the arena as Underscore is there, intercepting that disc, sending it right back again. Picked up though by Camden. They are definitely giving each other a battle here of epic proportions, trying to get that disc tonight. Very aggressive in the arena. That disc is right there, free floating. It will belong to anyone. It's going to be Solus who picks that one up. Solus going to cross back, not quite able to make that connected pass for the midfield reset.
And Undefined Noob does have that disc, sends it across over toward the blue bubble, but it's going to be grabbed by Underscore. So, no, not my bubble. Get that out of here. And it's all the way out through the left tunnel. And here come the Stacks. It's the Cookie Fox going for that low shot, but off the backboard. And finally in, the Atlanta Aliens are now up by 1 point.
Are just 1 point. The pendulum swings from side to side. Hopefully we'll see a lot of back and forth in this match. These teams are very, very well balanced tonight. 4 minutes left on the clock as Joust advantage in the hands of Lighthouse. Great Camden gonna send that disc down, not quite getting it through, and is picked up and sent right back into the goal by Tropical Dude, stretching that lead to 4.
You know, and I can't help but to see Tropical Dude's name and think about the PFP picture they have in Discord, that little dancing stuffed star thing. But hey, thank you for the hydrate. Good vibes
coming in.
Absolutely appreciate it. It is Altitude with the disc on the Joust, and it's going to be passed over to Undefined Noob. Undefined Noob's going to send that across. It is picked up by Camden and sent down to the lower bubble area. Solus is there looking for the shot, making the shot, and they got 2 points.
They do. Joust advantage going back over to the Atlanta Aliens. We will see how they respond. They are up by just 2 points. 1 goal, 3 minutes left on the clock. And hopefully, I don't know. I'd like to see this stay a tight game, so we'll see. Underscore with that disc on the Joust, going to send it quickly through, down into the tunnel to Tropical Dude. Tropical Dude just taking his time. Looking for the option, gonna have a forced pass though, and it's gonna result in a turnover. Sending that one right back through is Undefined Noob, sending it all the way down into the bubble and across the wall as they are flying in. It's gonna be Altitude picking that one up. Oh no, a little bit of a missed shot there as it was a little wide and not quite going in. Tropical Dude picking it up, turning it around, sending it right back through the midfield and all the way down into the bubble. Come back through as the stack comes in. Who will get to it first? It's still floating. It can be anybody's. It's going to be Great Camden picking that one up, sending it back through. Not quite getting it through the midfield. This disc seems to really like to stay right there in that area.
It absolutely does. It's Undefined Noob. And I was just looking at the game stats. Undefined Noob has 23 stuns right now. That's more than double than any other player. And the Cookie Fox is able to make that nice long 3-point shot. That extends the Atlanta Aliens lead to 5 points with just under 2 minutes remaining.
Wow, they are definitely putting in some work here. Atlanta Aliens starting to squeak ahead a little bit. We will see uh how Lighthouse responds. Great Camden right now with the disc. Nobody's really putting any pressure on them. Gonna get that disc across the arena. But it's gonna be intercepted by Tropical Dude. And nope, stolen back by Altitude. Gonna send that disc right back through all the way down into the bubble area. But the stacks from the aliens are just a little bit more together. They seem to always have a stack partner. Cookie Box with that disc, gonna send it down as Tropical Dude pairs up to get the stack together. It's gonna be Tropical Dude sitting that one in, but it's gonna ding off the ring. Not quite. Underscore picks it up, and person VR picks it up and behind the back shot into the goal.
And that brings Atlanta up. Atlanta Aliens up by 7. We have less than 1 minute remaining. That is 1, 2, 3 scores that the Lighthouse has to make in these last 50 seconds. I'm not sure if it's possible. Out of the tubes they come. It is the Great Camden looking for an option. They're going to send it over to the right. It is caught by Altitude, who sends it back across, but nobody's there. Nobody except for the Atlanta Aliens. Oh, there's going to be some stunning going on. That disc is going to go toward, but Nugget jumps in front of the disc, blocking it from the goal. It is underscore can grab it, and I'm not sure who put that in, but it was a self goal by Undefined Noob, which, as somebody who has played goal, that really hurts.
It does hurt, but it happens, and it's part of the game, so it's just one of those things. That just means they got too close. Joust advantage going to Lighthouse right now. Quick grab by the Great Cam. I'm going to send that one down through the tunnel, but it's a little too late as round 1 goes to the Atlanta Aliens, 7-16.
It most certainly does. Both of these teams seemed fairly evenly matched the first, I would say, half of the round. And somehow the Atlanta Aliens just started pulling ahead, and I don't understand what changed.
I'm not sure. I don't know. Just maybe a shift in momentum. They got a couple of points on the board and just started to kind of inch forward bit by bit. We had that 1-point goal there for a few moments that it was back and forth, which each team taking lead. Good Vibes seems to think Atlanta wasn't warmed up yet, and it took them a few minutes to warm up. I don't know. I do have a fun fact about these two teams tonight.
Okay.
So Tropical Dude is the captain of the Atlanta Aliens, and the captain of Lighthouse was Tropical Dude's captain when Trop was just a bronzy. So there's some history here between these two teams and some camaraderie and some friendship, and that is what we love to see. So he was very excited to get to play this team tonight, and I think wanted to make that first team captain proud. So definitely doing that work here in this game tonight. So
it wasn't a thing of, hey, the pupil becomes the master. None of that, huh? Hey, we're going to have another offensive joust, and out of the tubes they come. It is the Atlanta Aliens going to grab that disc first. Going to not quite make it in the goal. However, Undefined Noob is going to grab that disc, send it through that left tunnel. And, maybe that's what Lighthouse is struggling with. Playing with a league sub is difficult. It is Undefined Noob taking that shot, making the shot, and the Lighthouse is up by 2. As I said, it sometimes you get a league sub and it just disrupts your communication, your teamwork. So maybe that's what's going on.
Maybe. Who knows? Maybe Atlanta. It's always that thing that Lighthouse had that chance to change things up. Atlanta Aliens didn't make any changes. They didn't need to. They were playing great. They're keeping the stacks together, and they didn't have to really change anything up about their play style. They just got to move forward with that. Now they're going to have to adapt to whatever changes Lighthouse made. And, Lighthouse is definitely persistent on working on those goals. But that disc is going to be right back through. Not quite out of the end of the arena, but Tropical Dude definitely putting in some effort there with some stuns, getting that disc back through. They are stacked and ready to go, but they do overshoot it. Everyone does, and that disc is right there on the floor. Tropical Dude with the disc right now. Going to walk that one forward, trying to keep those defenders occupied, which means there's only 2 in the bubble. That disc is free.
It is going to be picked up by the great Camden. Who's going to send it across. Geometry gets in the way, not quite in the bubble. Who grabs that first? It is Altitude looking in that bubble, looking for a shot, taking the shot. And Lighthouse is now up by 4 points. And that
Wow.
is a change.
That's a definite change. That's a big difference from round one. So interesting to see Miss Sweet Cream in the Twitch chat. Hello, my friend. How are you? Glad you are here supporting the teams. Yeah. Atlanta Aliens quickly sending that disc down. The Cookie Fox gonna have that one. Send it all the way down into the bubble, but it's gonna be grabbed by the great Camden and stunned out by Tropical Dude. Slapped down to the floor, the disc is, and it is going to be Tropical Dude, who does manage to get a hand on it, doing a little ducking work, but a little too much maybe, and Undefined gonna smack him. The disc is right back down into the hands of Underscore, moving down the arena, hanging on for a second. Across for a nice pass to Cookie Fox, and that is a fantastic play for the Atlanta Aliens.
Yeah, that team just that play just screamed teamwork. The passing, the cutting, and well, as you could see, it resulted in points on the board. The Atlanta Aliens are only down by 2, but the Lighthouse has the offensive joust, and it is the great Camden with the disc, sending it across to the left. There were 2 defenders there. Neither one of them was able to grab the disc, and Undefined Noob is going to grab it and take a beautiful 3-point shot, extending their lead to 5.
Wow, what a shot! We see good vibes there, saying the goalie, as the former goalie of Lighthouse, I can say the comms consist mostly of bruh, cutting, rojo, and loud screeching. Sometimes that works, man. You know, whatever your play style, whatever your communication style is, as long as it works for your team, that is what matters most. And that's going to be Undefined Noob sending that disc across the bubble and back out again. Yes, I agree with Kaylee there in the Twitch chat that Undefined Noob is doing a great job tonight. Definitely coming in clutch. I want to take a quick peek at something. Having 8 points on the board right now, but Cookie Fox has 9 points. So, you know, a nice balance, a very nice balance indeed. That disc is coming all the way back down into the blue bubble and back out again as the stacks pour in. Cookie Fox going to make that clear. A very nice pass, sending that disc all the way down the arena and picked up again by Cookie. Going to send it in off the back wall. Not going to connect up, but Tropical Dude going to seal it off with the goal.
And the stacking for the Atlanta Aliens just then was very, very pretty, very orchestrated, and obviously resulted in points. You know, if that first long shot had made it in with the 3 points, that would have been very nice. But hey, you know what? Points are points. It is the great Camden with the disc on the offensive joust, taking a look at some options, slowing it down, little kind of haphazard pass to the back, gave up the disc, and it's going to be put in by the Tropical Dude. That one little pass made all the difference. Lighthouse is only ahead by 1.
They are. Now, we saw this same kind of play in round one where it did go back and forth. So maybe we'll have a few moments of the back and forths. We'll see. Jasmine Man is going over to Lighthouse right now. Quick grab by Altitude. Altitude telling his teammates to go forward. It sends it over to Great Camden and passes it back over to Noob. Noob going to send that one all the way down. It's going to be intercepted by Underscore with the stacks ready to go, but intercepted again by Altitude and sent all the way back down into the blue end of the arena as they do manage to get down there and stunning out players left and right. So much change of possession, but it's going to be Tropical Dude who comes out with the disc, sending it down, but Altitude picks it up again, sending it right back into the bubble. Person VR trying to get it out. They are having a devil of a time getting that disc out of there. Altitude going to send it all the way into the bubble, but it's going to be picked up by Tropical Dude, who loses possession, and that disc is in the goal, stretching that lead once again to 3.
Wow, the exchanges of that disc back and forth. And oh, I just heard a buzzer. I believe we are having a timeout. The Atlanta Aliens have called timeout. And you know what? When you take the first round as well as they did, and then you're down by 3, well, not only have they lost a player, but it's also a great time to take that 5-minute timeout because each team gets 1 5-minute timeout per match.
And they can take that for any reason they want to, as long as they only take one and it does not exceed 5 minutes. And now that is up to the other team, of course, if they go over 5 minutes, to make sure they go press that unpause button. but I would not press it before that 5 minutes is up, or you might face some consequences.
Yes, you will. Hey, Jeep, while we're in this little pause, tell us about VRML Con.
VRML Con is going to be fantastic. It is going to be June the 3rd and 4th in Denver, Colorado, and it is going to be so much fun. I I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it so much. Can't wait to see everybody and hug everyone and say hello and take pictures and make those memories with everyone. And it's gonna be good. It's gonna be so incredibly good. Quick thing there, Pinch Nerve. We have B Love there in the Twitch chat asking, where did you get your name?
Well, I actually have a pinched nerve. I have a pinched nerve in my vertebrae, kind of affecting the nerves coming out of my vertebrae, going into my left shoulder and arm. And how did I get it? Well, it's just age. Sometimes you get old and your bones just start deteriorating and the vertebrae start collapsing on the nerves. So, yeah, right now there is no echo for me. I've actually banned from my physician has said no echo until you're no longer in pain. Apparently, I tried getting back into the game before I should have before and kind of made things a little worse. So that's okay. You know what? I still get to cast this game and I'm part of this game. I'm part of every single team I cast. And that's at least as good.
And B Love's telling you some stories there. B Love, there's no way. We all know you're 29. Right? We all are. Right? The answer's
Well,
yes, boys. The answer's yes.
Deep, I thought you were 23.
I'm 22. That's what my
Oh,
shirt says.
oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. 22.
Oh, yeah. Oh, goodness.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, B Love.
Well,
No, I did not play Boneworks. Actually, on the headset, once I found Echo, I played Echo, and there was a game, Clockwinder or something like that, that I really enjoyed playing. But once I finished that game, it was like back to Echo.
back to Echo. Yeah, that's my thing too. I'll download these games and I'll install them and I'll buy, the whole thing. And my kids will say, "Hey, you should try this game," and I'll try it. And then I might play it once or twice, and I'm right back to Echo. So that
Yeah.
just tells you how incredible this is. Underscore did let me know that Person VR was resetting their headset. They were having some tracking issues, so they have come back into the arena and are ready to go. Echo is love, Echo is life, bro. Right? We all know that.
It is. It is. And I have met the most amazing people here, casting and playing Echo. I was on a team for a short period, just a couple days ago. I said, hey, let me go on your team, just be a bench warmer, just to just to hang out on your team. Unfortunately, I guess fortunately for them, they found a sixth player, so I got bumped off. But nobody loves me. Oh. Nobody wants me to keep their bench warm.
I'm sure that's not true. I'm sure that's not true. All right. Yes. I heard about that, Miss Sweet Cream. Definitely. Everybody's having a good time in Echo, so everybody's absorbing it and cherishing the time that we have left. And we have a pause. Well, didn't see that coming. So, you know.
I'm trying to figure out blue team unpause the team. Oh, okay. We're not paused. We are paused. We are not paused. We're not paused. We're going to have an offensive joust by the Atlanta Aliens. I'm not sure if we're paused or not, but out of the tubes they come. It is underscore sending it over to the left. It is going to be a lot of stunning. However, Tropical Dude is able to grab the disc. It's over to Person VR, who takes the shot. 2 points, and Atlanta Aliens is coming back.
They have, yeah, I would say so. They are indeed coming back at just a 1-point game once again. 3 minutes, 40 seconds left on the clock. Joust advantage in the hands of Lighthouse. They're going to come out and grab that disc rather quickly, and that is Altitude with it. Going to hang on to it for a second. Nobody's really moving into that space just yet. The stacks are stuck at the midfield and on D back there, sending that disc all the way into the hands of Noob, but that one's not quite going to go in. Shiloh coming in again with the bits in the Twitch chat. Dude, thank you so much. You've been hitting us with Shiloh has been hitting us with bits all week, and we love it so much. And that disc goes right there into the upper trench area as Noob picks it up, sending it right back down, trying to get it back onto the blue end.
And it is Lighthouse with that disc going again for that long shot, but not quite making it. Solus is able to recover it, gets slapped up to that ceiling area. Who gets there first? It is Camden. Camden's going to send it back into the bubble, but picked off by the Cookie Fox and sent out through the left tunnel. However, Altitude is there, going to bring it right back across, and it is through the great Camden and over into the bubble area. Oh, and look at that. Oh, a shot on a tight angle. Does not quite get in there. The disc is back out of the bubble, but Camden's going to be there and grab it. Undefined Noob is going to bring it up, pass it over to Solus. Solus is going to get picked off by Person VR. Tries to clear it out, but the geometry is in the way. Cookie Fox is able to grab it, sends it across. But no, Altitude grabs it and sends it right back into the blue bubble where the great Camden is. Can be passed over to Solus. Solus backing it up. They're ahead by 1. Do you eat the time up here? Do you go for another shot? I see a lot of exchanges, and I'm really not sure what the best answer is.
Well, I think when you have 2 minutes left on the clock, so much can happen. If you start burning up the clock and you're on the wrong end of the arena, that really can cost you significantly because, one little tiny mistake and the goal is done. So right now we have underscore moving into the bubble, and it is just underscore and the goalie, but it's not quite going to go in just yet. And that disc is right back out of the bubble again. I thought that one was going in. Gotta be honest. Solus going to send that one right through into the midfield. It's picked up by Person VR and sent right back down again. Picked up again by Great Camden and sent through the midfield end all the way into the blue end of the arena as the stacks do come in. They're going to overshoot it. Oh, Cookie Box able to get a hand on it and sending it right back into midfield.
And there is a stack waiting for that disc. It is Tropical Dude with the disc. Oh, but who's going to pick it? Oh, it is not out. It is Solus able to grab that disc, slaps it up, but Tropical Dude grabs it and sends it right back to their teammate underscore. It's going to be down. It's in that bubble. It is Person VR looking for that shot. No, it's stolen away. Altitude is able to grab that disc, sends it right back out of the bubble. It's a race. It's going to be slapped out by Undefined Newbie, but it's stuck there in that tunnel. Little slopping a little further along and into the blue bubble it goes. Lighthouse is there. Oh, but snatched away and back out of the bubble. Tropical Dude, we have 30 seconds remaining. Tropical Dude is trying to get it over there, but the walls are in the way. There's the stack. It is Person VR sending it through that lower trench. And oh, the great Camden is there to save that and send it right back out. We have 15 seconds remaining. That disc is anybody's. It's the Cookie Foxes sending it back through that right tunnel. If the stacks can get there fast enough, if they can make the shot, it is Tropical Dude not able to make the shot. It is the Cookie Fox off the backboard, makes the shot, and the Atlanta Aliens win.
Oh my gosh. I was like, there's no way. Oh my gosh, there might be a way. He might get it. And then it's in. Oh, that was so incredibly close. Fantastic play. Excellent finish there by the Atlanta Aliens to take that in 2 rounds. Nicely done.
Wow.
Oh boy, oh boy. All right, Pinched-Nerve, do you have any comments about that one before we head out?
What else could possibly be said other than wow?
That was incredible. Oh, we've got all sorts of cheering there in the Twitch chat. True just lost 5K. Oh man, that hurts. But you know what? That means somebody else won those 5K. So kudos for putting those points up. Everybody appreciates it. And wow, what a night of matches. Had so many friendly faces that we love to see in the Twitch chat. B-Love coming in saying Lighthouse did so good. Just had a couple moments. And yeah, and the franticness was there for sure from both teams. But they did a great job, and the finish was fantastic. That was such a nice way to wrap up the night. And yeah, so I have no more closing comments other than, wow, that was great. And, yay, Echo. All right, you guys, well, I am Jeepgirlz. This is Pinched-Nerve and Wonder Team in on cams. We are trying to bring you as much Echo as humanly possible over the next couple of days prior to that break week. So hang in there and keep following us along and see what kind of fun and what kind of trouble we can get into. Bringing you the best. Until next time. See you soon.
13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're underway.
Season 7 of VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Asterion Products, VR Cover, ProTube VR, Arma.gg, Kiwi Design, Downpour Interactive, and VRware.net.